To all my brothers and sisters in this noble hall, I bid each and every one of you a solemn morning. 4 years in, and I never found it in myself to put a face to the name of Archbishop Carmelo Morelos. I am standing before you today because I was tasked to write a tribute to the man this campus was named after. This may seem unconventional, but I have prepared spoken word poetry in honor of the passing of our much appreciated Archbishop. It's difficult to talk about someone in the past tense when all your life you've wrapped your entire existence into the body of a man who deserved everything but passage. They tell you it's human nature to move out from a place where believers and sinners look the same. They tell you life is all about celebrating and mourning over people whose stories we will both remember and forget. They tell you his teachings will live on among those he taught, and maybe, just maybe, that will be enough. But life doesn't tend to work that way. Life always manages to get you in a full 180, always chasing after you with a bowl of lemons. How do we remember the face of a person we've never seen before? How do we appreciate his commitment towards alleviating human suffering and his passion to see his diocese grow when we don't even know his achievements? How do we take up the responsibility as the millennial to follow in his steed when there is temptation around us to bind us in chains? But they also tell you, life is a vapor. It's short-lived and you see the mist at one moment and lose sight of it the next. This time, a few years back, I couldn't wait until the day I turned 16 because it meant I could finally have much of that independence my mother didn't allow me to have. And here we are, human, all skin and bones, organs and muscles. This is the story of Archbishop Carmelo Morelos. He was a soldier in his own way and was every bit of the crusader for truth and for justice. However, I could tell you about his travels to Vatican City or how he managed to get shipwrecked, and I could tell you about his various collections of books stowed away in the second floor of our library, and I can ramble on about the classical music he loved to listen to, and I think I can recall in full detail due to interviews I conducted with people who were there during the arrival in Butuan City on the 5th of July on the year 1967. But it won't be enough. This is the problem with stories. They always leave something out. The camera is angled a different way and suddenly a face fades from the photograph. A writer is told to cut her article to a minimum of 300 words, and without much fuss, an event is left unsaid, forgotten, hung up in the attic to gather up dust. But we have the power to point fingers and choose which sides to believe. We choose how to tell the story. We can choose where to start or where to end and leave nothing unsaid. And I could tell you that this is a story of a hero who will be missed. I could also tell you that this is a story of a man who was once a young boy who didn't know his purpose in life. But really, this is just the story of a man who helped lead a diocese to what it is today. And I guess I'm one of the unfortunate souls who seem to pass Archbishop Morelos by the hallways with no recognition on my face. He, I was told, was like a silent guardian who dropped by the school on unannounced and unexpected visits. He disliked the attention and lived for his solitary moments. To me, I'll be honest, he's but a passing face in a crowd, a blurry picture, a water-stained sentence on a magazine article, barely there. And I don't know if I've seen him or if I ever did. I don't think I met him. I never did. But my teachers tell me his name, Carmelo Dominador F. Morelos. I know that that name may only live in this moment, that there are other tales with greater stakes, but still I will tell you his name. I will let Archbishop Morelos live again because I could not know him while he was living. I won't pretend I knew him because I didn't. Not by far, when compared to those who truly knew the man's favorite color, all the way down to his shoe size and the type of breakfast food he loved to eat in the morning. But I knew him. I knew the Archbishop through snippets of my teacher's solemn conversations and interviewees' fond reminiscences. I found him in every keychain and wine bottle, in foreign coins and black and white photographs that he took with him on his travels. I see in everyone from his generation the spirituality he seemed to possess and the stable way he walked on tightropes. I hear his struggles in Tchaikovsky's classical ballet rendition of Romeo and Juliet's fantasy overture and in the stories people say to remember him by. This story is not a eulogy because he is not completely gone. A eulogy seals the casket. A eulogy recognizes the absence. This story is a resurrection. It doesn't take a miracle to raise the dead. It only means to leave behind the tombstone and take the name with you. To Archbishop Carmelo D.F. Morelos, Luceat Lux Vestra, Nunc et Semper. Continue to let your light shine where the spotlight cannot reach. We will forever be grateful.